Verma speaking for the first time today. As always, I'm on the leisure of those above me. Judges, if I could please have a motion when you're ready. A resolution urging same-day presidential primaries and caucuses. I am on the con side of this debate for several reasons. Not only are there laws in specific states against this, however, with longer campaigns, people are more aware of the candidates' beliefs and personalities, allowing them to make better evaluations of the candidates before voting. Before I would like to begin with my main points, I would like to refute a few points brought up earlier in this debate. Senator Varun had stated how having one day primaries and caucuses would help decrease confusion. However, as mentioned by other senators previously in question and answer sessions, it does in the past have proven that one-day primaries and caucuses can be extremely overwhelming. Now, moving on to my own points. To begin, Iowa and New Hampshire have laws demanding that they vote first. According to Vox.com, Iowa and New Hampshire enjoy voting first. Voters there reward politicians who promise to let them keep voting first. Both states even have laws that require them to schedule their nominating contest before any other states. By trying to repeal this, it would cause many problems in not only those states, but as the country as well. But for candidates who once promised to allow this process to occur, this could extremely stark different scenarios. Moreover, as Senator Vadia had said, how longer campaigns are beneficial. Longer campaigns give more opportunity to evaluate candidates before having people vote. According to Christopher Cotton, a professor from Queen's University, over the course of a long campaign, voters will form opinions on how well candidates think on their feet and react under pressure, how well they deliver a speech, and how well they manage their time during the campaigns. Longer campaigns give voters more opportunities to assess character, competence, and trustworthiness of their candidates and any form of beliefs about which candidates will most likely be effective in the office. By having simply one day, we are limiting the knowledge of people that they are aware of. One day primaries and caucuses not only limits their knowledge, but in turn leads many people when they're voting to conclude to assumptions and guesses. While yes, as earlier mentioned, this does give more advantage to Iowa and New Hampshire having them vote first. However, this is better than putting the system we have today. As we have seen today, there are much more benefits of keeping the system we have rather than implementing the new one. Today, we have looked at this resolution about urging same-day presidential primaries and caucuses, and we have looked at two main points about how we must negate this for several reasons. Not only do the laws negate this, but as well as longer campaigns having more benefits. Thank you, and I urge all of you to vote in the con side. Thank you, and I'm now open to questions.
That was a speech of 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
Questions?
Can I ask the question?
Yes.
Okay. Is it on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Senator, are you forgetting the fact that there is a rule that's one person, one vote, and we're violating it?
However, it is true, Senator, that is a good point that you brought up. However, this small advantage that we are giving other states is much better than changing the entire system.
So do you think that we can have a longer campaign season but still be voting on the same day? That will be best of both worlds?
Yes, that is a good point that has been brought up as well. But however, even if we have one day, that can be extremely overwhelming. And so, although the longer campaigns would be better, but the one day itself can be extremely overwhelming.
You also said that the longer campaign helps people find a better candidate or a more experienced candidate. In the current Republican format, Donald Trump is the leader, but he has no experience and he's not liked by majority of the country. What do you think of that?
Although this is true, what I meant in my speech is that over a long period of time, people can assess the character as well as the effectiveness in the office, and that is a decision for people to make. And although he may not be liked currently, apparently, if he is leading, then that means that people agree with some of his decisions.
Do you think the demographic makeup of states like California, Texas, and New York, they are being neglected because they don't even get to vote? The decision is already made before the primaries get there.
Yes, this is a good point that I brought up in my speech. This is a small price to pay instead of completely changing this entire system in a rash decision.
How do you call it a small price when the biggest of the biggest states don't get to vote?
This is an issue, and I agree with that. However, in order to change the entire system would cause more problems than solve these ones.
Okay, question time has now elapsed. You can be seated.
All right.
That's the end of conduct.